friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to be back and I'm really excited to start trying out different kinds of videos. Recently, I have been very deep into Booktube. Thank you so much, Alyssa, one of my great friends, for sending me a bunch of recommendations for people to watch on YouTube, specifically for books. There is a whole side of YouTube dedicated to books, Booktube. It's amazing. I don't understand why I feel productive watching Booktube videos. It's like I'm reading and being productive even though I'm watching people read. And I've gotten a lot of inspiration for types of videos to film on my channel related to books. I absolutely love reading. I have done some reading videos in the past, but I want to get a little deeper into reading videos, so here's the first one. It was my birthday recently, so I asked for a bunch of books. And then I went out my birthday weekend and got a bunch of books. So I got books, then I went out and bought more books. And I know more books are on the way because I have Barnes & Noble gift cards and I haven't been to Barnes & Noble yet. So that will be very fun. I have so many books right now that I know I'm gonna have enough for a book haul. So that's what we're gonna do, talk about the books. I have read some of these books. I just wanted a physical copy of them to put on my bookshelf, which this bad boy is getting a transformation soon because he needs some help. We're gonna help him out later. That's not today's video. Some of the books I've read and I just want a physical copy of, and then some books I haven't read and I've heard really good things about. Let's just jump right into it and let's open a gift. I know what this is because I was told what this is, but I never opened it. Let's see if you can guess what series this is. I'm very late to the game on this. It is the Divergent series. I know. Where have I been? I don't know. I read all of them rapidly. They were so good. It's young adult dystopian. I never can describe dystopian well. Think Hunger Games, think Maze Runner, think about the government controlling your life. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look this up right now. Might as well just look it up. Dystopia is the opposite of utopia. It says utopia is considered an ideally perfect place. So dystopia is a state in which the conditions of human life are extremely bad, as from deprivation or oppression or terror. Basically an imagined world or society in which people live fearful lives. Basically think apocalypse, bad situations in the world going on. It just doesn't describe these books very well to me. It's about a society where there are different factions. There are factions that you go into and that's where you're gonna live the rest of your life. When you reach a certain age, you decide which faction you're gonna go to, and they each have different characteristics that they value the most. This girl basically makes a drastic change from one faction to another faction, goes through orientation at this new faction, and then uncovers a lot of secrets within the government and a lot of secrets about why they are in factions and where they are in the world. It's just great. There's also some romance, a subplot of romance. I just want to watch the movies so bad. I decided to read all of the books before I watched any of the movies. I wanted to finish the series rapidly because it was that good, but I must watch the movies. I heard they're good and the cast looks great. They all look like beautiful humans. I must watch. Anyway, very excited to have these on my shelf. I had just gotten them from the library and I wanted to actually have them on my bookshelf, so now I have the full collection. Now I'm going to go into the books that I actually got on my birthday and I am ready to dig in and share what I got. First things first, I love cookies. They're my favorite dessert, and this is a cookie lover copycat recipe book. A lot of these are crumble copycat cookies, copycat crumble cookies. It tells you a base, so you have a sugar cookie base or a chocolate base, and then later the recipes add on to the base and tell you what to add to the base cookie dough. A funfetti milkshake cookie? Count me in. I just love to look at these. The next 3 books I got are all part of the Canterwood Crest series. These are books that I read when I was a lot younger, older elementary school, middle school. That's the age range for these books. It's about a girl who goes to boarding school to be on the equestrian team. It's a dramatic series for that age group. I had all of them at one point in my life. So many books in this series, but somehow I got rid of them. I don't know why. I'm trying to add back to my collection. It takes a while. I have the first 7 and then I got more to add to it. Okay, the next book is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. This is a sports romance book. The guy is a football player and the girl is a ballerina. I have not read this book yet. I've heard great things about it. I think it's a friends to lovers book. I think this is about fake dating. So they fake date to maybe prove a point and then they actually catch feelings. I don't think I've ever read a sports romance book. I don't think so. So I'm excited. Next we have One of Us is Lying. They actually have a TV show out now. It's about 5 students who go to detention. One of them drops dead in detention, and the other 4 students are now suspects. And you have to figure out who did it, and you don't know who did it the whole time throughout the book. You follow all 4 of the students and their point of views. They all have secrets. It's wild. I got this from the library originally and read it, and I wanted it actually on my bookshelf. It was good. I think I rated it 3 or 4 stars. I can't remember what I rated it. It wasn't as good as this book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I like this better, but this one still intrigued me. I think the ending was a little underwhelming, but the whole build up to the ending was good. It's just a little bit of a letdown when the ending isn't the best, but I still wanted it on my bookshelf because it was good. I think the premise of the book is very interesting to figure out who did it if you're in a tight, enclosed space. Who could have done it without anyone seeing? I don't know, just interesting. The next book I'm very excited about because I love Lynn Painter's Better Than the Movies book. She came out with another book recently called The Do-Over. Emily relives Valentine's Day over and over again. People keep saying it's like Groundhog's Day meets Valentine's Day. I don't think I've ever read a book where the character has to repeat the day over and over again. I've seen movies like that. What is the movie called? 16 Wishes, I think it was a Disney Channel movie where she relives the day over and over again. It's a young adult romance book, and she wrote Better Than the Movies. Better Than the Movies was a 5-star read. Great book. So I'm excited to read The Do-Over. All right, the next book is called The Measure, which I hadn't heard a ton of, but I watched Jacqueline Brooke read it. She said it was decent, but I liked the premise so much I just really wanted to try it out. It seems like any other day. You wake up, pour a cup of coffee, and head out. But today, when you open your front door, waiting for you is a small wooden box. This box holds your fate, the exact number of years you will live. Every person on every continent receives the same box. Where did these boxes come from? What do they mean? Is there truth to what they promise? It sounds really interesting. I want to see the Goodreads rating. I haven't looked that up yet. If you don't have Goodreads, please go get it. It's the best form of social media. You get to post books that you're reading, books that you have read, and books that you want to read, and then you can update your progress while you're reading a book. You can put in the page number and it'll tell you you're 60% of the way through. Then you can look at what your friends are reading, and it's free. Okay, it's rated 4.07 stars, which is pretty good. I'm intrigued. Lastly, in this bucket is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I've heard great things about this book. Never read it. The guy is a celebrity and he needs protection. She is his bodyguard. His mom gets sick, so he goes home, but he doesn't want his family to know that he has a stalker. So they fake date, just pretending that she is actually his girlfriend when actually she is the bodyguard. Also, this cover, I just think this is beautiful. Nothing else can be said about that, how pretty that is. Then we went to Target, and I couldn't just not get a book when I was in Target. I just got one. I had to limit myself to one. This is The Maid, which I've actually read The Housemaid. We read it for our book club. I feel like these are going to be very similar books. I really enjoyed this book. This one's by Frida McFadden, who's a big psychological thriller author. I think this is somewhat similar. She's a maid and she enters into a suite of a very wealthy man, and she finds him dead in his bed. Police immediately suspect her of the murder. She's soon caught in a web of deception with no idea how to untangle herself. And this was a Good Morning America book club pick. It was 20% off the original price, which score. Now, I know I had a ton of Barnes & Noble gift cards, so I don't have a Barnes & Noble close to my hometown, but when I go back to college, which I'm going back tonight, I am gonna go to Barnes & Noble sometime soon so I can use all my gift cards. But we have a Books A Million near us in my hometown, and I got more books, of course. I got Love and Luck because Love and Gelato, this book was amazing. This is by the same author. I don't think it's a series because it's not about the same girl. This one is set in Ireland, and when I read this book, it was set in Florence, Italy, I think. Tuscany. Okay, still, it's set in Italy. Felt like I was in Italy, and it makes me want to go to Italy. I want to read another book about a different country, so I want to go there and add it to my bucket list. I went to the bargain section of Barnes & Noble. I have watched this movie. It's called The Lucky One. To be honest, I just saw this movie, and I saw that Zac Efron was in it, and I said yes. Click. It was really not the best movie. I just think he's very good looking. Yes, there was a cover that was not the movie cover, and it probably looked better and more aesthetic, but his face was on this book and I had to get it. I only know the movie's plot, which I hope follows the book's plot fairly well. He's a U.S. Marine that finds a picture of a girl when he's out in combat. He comes back home and wants to figure out who the girl is, and then when he finds her, he doesn't have the guts to tell her how he found the picture of her. He just starts working for her on her farm. And of course, sparks fly. This is the last book I think I have. I did not know these existed. I loved Nancy Drew books when I was little, and this is by the same author that wrote the original Nancy Drew books, but this is a young adult version, so it's a step up. A little deeper crimes, a little deeper storylines. There's 3 books in one, so I think they're just short tales. This is all about Nancy. So when Nancy's in high school, she goes undercover to look into a series of thefts at the local high school, but then a body turns up. And then the next book, she's investigating the disappearance of someone. And then the last one's also a murder mystery book. I'm excited because, like I said, loved Nancy Drew. I even liked Nancy Drew and the Clue Crew, which were geared towards the youngest age possible, I think. Okay, hi. I'm gonna pop in and share the books that my friends gave me for my birthday. I filmed all those other clips before I came back for my birthday party here with my friends in college, and they got me so many good books and just things I love. First off, my friend Callie got me this so cute tote. It says, "My weekend is all booked." I think this is adorable. I've wanted a tote for a while. I just haven't caved and gotten one. This is gonna be perfect. She also got me these verses for encouragement, and I think they would be really cute bookmarks. Thank you, Callie. Then my friend Maddie got me 2 books. These are both thrillers that I recently put on my list that I wanted to read. I think I saw Sarah Caroli, who's one of my favorite booktubers, post about these. This is by Alex, I'm gonna say Michaelides, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but he wrote The Silent Patient. At first I didn't love The Silent Patient, but the more I think about it, I think I did enjoy it. It was a very interesting read. Another thriller, sounds really fun. This book I have heard good things about as well. This is called Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is about Ellie, and Ellie's daughter went missing. 10 years later, she meets a guy, and his daughter looks exactly like her daughter at the same age that her daughter disappeared. I think this is another psychological thriller. I'm very excited to read this. Thank you, Maddie. Okay, this is so cute. Look how beautiful Alyssa wrapped these. Alyssa got me the first book in the Shatter Me series. I'm so excited to read the Shatter Me series. I know it's a long series. I'm gonna have to be in it for the long haul. The cover is really interesting. It's just a big eyeball, and I'm intrigued. And the other book she got me is All the Bright Places, which is, I think, a young adult fiction or romance book. I think it's gonna break my heart because I've heard it's a sad book, but I'm prepared. I'm ready to cry. And then my friend Abby got me this gorgeous cake stand. I'm not gonna bring it in here with me because it has food in it, but I took a clip of it. It is so cute. I love books and I love baking. They know me so well that they got me books and things for baking. I am so thrilled. That cake stand is beautiful. Normally whenever I make any kind of dessert here in college, I put it in a plastic container, put a lid on it, and put a sticky note on top, and it says what it is because you can't see inside the plastic container. But now I have this beautiful cake stand where I can put all my goodies. Thank you, friends. Love y'all so much. And I'll go back into the video now. Oh my goodness, look at this stack. This is all just pure joy, pure heaven, pure serotonin. The joy I feel when I'm around a book is unmatched. I'm just beyond excited to read all these books. I'm contemplating getting a Kindle. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to do a lot of research. Please let me know if you have any recommendations. I'm one of those people that does not want to steer away from having a book in their hand, and I don't want to steer away from turning a page because it's the best feeling, but I think I could be tempted to get a Kindle. So if you have any comments about a Kindle or suggestions, whatever, please just put them in the comments below. I know it's been a very long time since I've posted, but I'd like to do some sort of segment with a Bible verse in it. Today's Bible verse is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own insight. It's very easy for me to rely on my own insight because I'm a very independent person. I like to get things done. This is a very good reminder to me that I can't do everything. I just gotta give it all to God. And this is just a great reminder to trust God in every circumstance. I really hope you enjoyed this book haul. I had so much fun filming it. I want to do a lot more book videos, just videos in general. So if you have any video suggestions, please comment them down below. And I hope you'll have a wonderful, wonderful day and be a blessing to others today. Bye guys.